Hey guys, welcome back to AIR Reptile Rescue. This next video, I'm going to go ahead and walk through on how to properly handle and all that. I'm going to talk about the video first. I'm going to mention what we're going to do, and then I'm actually going to take you and show you how I do the things, the certain steps with Trooper. Now, the first thing I want to mention is kind of a fact, and it's kind of a goes off of what I mentioned in the fun facts about bearded dragons. Handling your bearded dragon daily will help tame it down, and it will also help you bond with that reptile personally. As you guys seen in my last video with Trooper, once he got done moving around in my hands and stuff like that, and I put him on my shirt, he laid down and started to go to sleep. He was very comfortable, and that's him bonding with me. Which is great. I love that. I love bonding with my animals. My reptiles, my dogs, my cats. I love bonding with everybody here. And honestly, with everything he's been through, I thought it was going to take me a lot more time to bond. But I have a feeling that his senses have come to it knowing that he's safe and he's going to be taken care of and properly cared for here at the rescue. So I think that's why he's becoming so comfortable so quickly with me. Now, we're going to talk about the proper way to pick up your dragon. One of the things I always say is just pick them up towards the middle of their body in between both sets of legs. So if they start moving those legs, they're not able to run off of your hand or something like that. Now, whenever you do this, though, make sure that you lift them head first out of their enclosure where you have them picked up. And I'm going to show you this whenever I show you with Trooper. So there's two different ways I can take him out of his enclosure. And I'll show you both ways just in case you have a different kind of lid. But what I do is I pick him up towards the middle of his body, right between the front legs and the back legs. And then I will lift him out. But I also make sure that I have that other hand ready so if he starts to move once I get him out, I'm able to make sure I know where he's moving to and that he's not going to fall. Now that we've talked about going ahead and picking up your bearded dragon, let's talk about how to handle them real quickly. Once you get them tamed down, handling is going to be very, very simple with these guys. Because after you pick them up and they realize, okay, you've got me, they're going to lay on your hand or they're going to use their feet or nails to kind of just like hold on. Or you can put them on your shirt or on your shoulder and they're just going to chill out there and sit there. They'll dig their nails into your shirt to be able to hold on and stuff like that. But honestly, once they're tamed down and things like that, they're going to be one of the best ones you're ever going to have that's going to be able to be handled. They're going to be real relaxed and chilled out and just not really move around too much. With Trooper, he's still getting used to me handling him, so he's going to move around a little bit on me. But I'm used to it. I'm okay with it. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about is how to return your bearded dragon back to its enclosure. Bearded dragons, I feel, and this is just from personal experience also, I feel that if they see where they're going, whenever you're putting them back in, put them in head first. Don't just like lean down with one hand and just let them just like walk off your hand and drop. No, let them see where you're putting them so that whenever you lower them down in their enclosure to where all four of their feet are on the floor of their enclosure or on their branch, they're comfortable because they can grip onto it and they can hold on. I do that with Trooper all the time. I always make sure he knows that he's safely and securely put in his enclosure, and he usually just right there he chills out and just lays down. So I'm going to take you over to that, and then we'll wrap up the video. So let's go check it out. I already have the light ready in the hallway. And I'm going to show you guys the double dome feature and all that for the light that I didn't get to show you in the daily care requirements. And the thermometers that I have set up. I don't have one for his basking spot yet, but what I usually do is I usually take it off of the middle of his enclosure and move it, get the temperature reading, and then I move it back to the middle so that it can get the ambient air temperature. So I'm going to show you those two things, and I'm also going to show you a unique thing that I found that can help you feed your bearded dragon its worms and stuff like that. So let's head that way, guys. Zeusie's probably going to get mad because his mama's getting up, but he's going to be okay. Hey, Smokey. Now, the first thing I want to show you guys is this dome feature. It's a double dome setup. As you guys can tell, his enclosure is kind of small. So, honestly, that fits just perfectly for a certain spot for him to bask on. To where it keeps him warm on one side. He has a cool side to cool off in. But he has one basking bulb and one UVB bulb. I'm not going to pick up the light fixture because it is going to be extremely hot to the touch. So I don't want to pick that up. Now, whenever I got this enclosure, I've had major issues with it. Honestly, I'm going to have to get him another enclosure anyways, or a new lid for it. But with this one, it has a sliding lid which gets stuck, which I can't stand. But I have to have him secured.
Just pushed it back in.
There we go. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, this is how I received this enclosure. This was what he was rescued in, so I tried to keep him comfortable until I can get him a new one. I'm actually going to turn this off for just a second. What the? Why was his his UV light not on?
I don't know. Did you turn it back on this morning?
Yeah. I always have his lights on.
Unless Smokey messed with it.
Possible. Can't put it down there because it'll burn my floor. Okay. So, there's that for a second. Come down with the camera. Now, guys, like I was mentioning, he's got his humidity, which actually is a little bit high. I don't like that. But he's got his humidity gauge and his temperature gauge, which I'm going to have to try to get that humidity down on his enclosure because it's a little bit above 40 and I'm not happy with that. But,
with the rain outside, the humidity is going to rise.
Yeah, our humidity here in South Louisiana is high already, so it's kind of hit or miss on if I can get it perfect every time. But I'm a big stickler about how my animals are cared for and what their humidity is. Actually, I do have... The enclosure came with a stick-on temperature reader over here on this corner. You can get one of those, and honestly, his hot side is reading 90 degrees. I'm comfortable with that. Like I said, I usually like to keep it towards the middle of the temperature range. But let's go ahead and talk about picking them up. Like I said, what I like to do, I'm going to try to scoot this out just a little bit more. What I like to do is I like to grab right here towards the middle of their body. So that whenever I lift him up, my hand goes under his body and he relaxes them legs on my hand. And as you guys can see, now he's all chilled out. So whenever you're doing that, remember, like I said, I lifted him up to where his head was up first, so he can see where he's going. He can see what's coming. If you lift them butt up first, he's going to honestly try to get out of your hand and go back to the enclosure. He doesn't want to be messed with them. So keep that in mind. Your finger's in part of my camera. I hope that did not block all of my camera view. Mm-hmm. But, like I said, I always lift up where their head is up to where they can see what's coming or where they're going. I feel that gives them more comfort in knowing that they're okay. Now, with proper handling, if he was to be moving around, I'm going to keep on moving my hands. Let me see if I can get him to do it. You going to do it? Or no? You're not going to do it? Huh? No? Okay. He's not going to do it. Like you guys seen in the previous videos, though, the way he likes to move around until he gets comfortable. That's just basically keeping your hand right in front of him, making sure he's moving into each hand. Dave's not going to shake you up too much. I'm sorry. Now, the other way of handling these guys is after you've got your bearded dragon tamed down and stuff like that. Come here. Dave's going to put you right here. You're okay. You're okay. There you go. This is one thing these guys love. They love to hang out on your shirt, on your shoulder. They're very, very chilled out once they're tamed down. As you can see, he's watching what's around him. He's just kind of taking in what's around him and make sure nothing's going to hurt him. With me, he knows nothing's going to hurt him, so he's okay. But, as you guys can see, this is basically proper handling. Once they're relaxed and you can get them on your shirt, let them lay there. Let them chill out and be themselves. This is actually, me doing this is helping me and him bond. It's helping him get used to me. It's helping him be more relaxed and more comfortable with me. And everything he's been through, that's the one thing I want, is for him to be comfortable. So with him chilling out on me like this on my shirt is amazing. One of the best responses I've ever had for any dragon that I've ever owned. So honestly, I'm very happy with the way he's chilling out and relaxing. But once you get your guys tamed down, this right here should become a normal for you. Bearded dragons, one of the fun facts I didn't mention, can actually be trained to walk on a leash. They do make special harnesses for your bearded dragons, and they do have special leashes just for your bearded dragons, so you can walk them on a leash. Honestly, once I get his weight up and his health back up to good standings, honestly, he's probably going to walk around with me like this a lot. Once it gets warm outside and stuff like that, and he's able to go with me to places, I'm honestly going to have my bearded dragon on my shoulder. So, that's once I get him more comfortable and more tamed down and get him healthy again. We're going to have him to where he can move around and stuff like that. You going to move around? Yeah. See how I'm doing with my hands, guys, how he's moving around? He's wanting to climb, so that's why I'm moving my hands the way I do. So I know for sure he's not going to fall, but I'm also holding his body comfortably to where I know for sure that he's comfortable and he feels safe in my hands. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put him back in. Come here, buddy. We're going to go inside your enclosure. Hold on. But like I mentioned in the last video, whenever you're putting them in, I don't recommend putting them tail in first, because as you can see, his back legs are starting to move. He's not comfortable. What I always recommend, keep a good hold on him and let him get those front legs. There you go, Daddy. Onto that log. And there you go. He's safely in there. He's comfortable. He's happy. That's what matters. Honestly, I was going to show you the other way that I can take him out, but I don't recommend it. I have issues with this enclosure, unfortunately, and I kind of see why now. There was a burn mark here where they melted the plastic. But in all honesty, there's a second latch right here that opens up. So sometimes I do have to pick him up out of there through that, but I always make sure he's head first coming out so he can see me, he can see what's coming. In all honesty, guys, that's the most chilled out dragon I've ever owned. And I'm beyond stoked. I'm beyond excited with how relaxed and comfortable he is with me. Ow, that hurt. Yes, that was still kind of hot, guys. So be careful with your lighting fixtures. They can be quite hot. Uh-oh. We just got a tongue flick. We just got a tongue flick from that one, guys. Thank you guys so much for chilling with us
You want
and
to
watching
show
that
them
video.
the replica that we use real quick?
No, I'm gonna show them in the next video on the proper feeding. But thank you guys so much for your subscriptions, for your likes and everything. They mean a lot to us. Don't forget, if you haven't liked and subscribed to our channel, please do so. If you do subscribe, hit the bell notification, click all. Every time I post a video, you get a notice saying that I've posted something. Or if I go live, it'll tell you whenever I'm going live. Which actually I do want to do a live video. I'm going to have my fiance's mother also watch it. It's not going to include my reptiles, but it's something that's special for her grandpa that just passed away. I had something planned. I didn't get to do it today. But I will do it at some point to where I'll get video of it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Please just keep it age appropriate for the children. There are children that watch my channel, so I expect it age appropriate. So keep that in mind. And y'all come back, check out the next video, which is the last one in the series.
Oh, you wanted to show them the mealworm feeder.
Yes, the mealworm feeder, real quick. I found this over at Petco. What it is, you hang this up in the enclosure on the glass for your bearded dragons. And what you'll do is you'll put the worms into the container right here. And there's holes on the bottom of it. And the worms will actually find their way into those holes. And as they're hanging down, your bearded dragon will actually reach up with its mouth open and grab the worms and eat them like that. It's fun for them because it sits there and it makes them wait in suspense for that next worm to come out. But it's really adorable to watch. Trooper is too weak right now with everything he's been through. And I was trying to get him back healthy to really use the mealworm thing. I tried it with him. He wasn't able to really get that body strength up to lift up and grab his worms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until he's stronger to do that. And I may post that in one of my videos to show you guys how he does it. It's really, really cute. So that's the mealworm feeder that I wanted to show you guys. It's really cool. Another thing I'm going to show you real quick, actually, is this is something that I found. It's called a reversible habitat carpet. It's for your reptiles, mainly for your lizards. And what's really, really good about this is that, one, it keeps them from ingesting anything they're not supposed to. And number two, you can actually clean this. What you do is you remove it and wash it really good with warm and soapy water. And then you wash it out. Then you rinse out the soap and stuff really well. And you let it dry. And that provides them with that cleanliness that they need. So if you're cleaning out the enclosure that once a month cleaning, where you're doing that deep clean, take that carpet out, wash it out really well like the instructions tell you, and then let it dry, put it back in, and you're going to have a very happy lizard. As you guys can see, I have another setup. I have a 40-gallon, which was bought for another rescue we're actually going to get pretty soon. Yes, it is another bearded dragon. That's why I have that set up. I have to get a light fixture for it, but in all honesty, I'm about to have my second bearded dragon. The one I'm getting, he's going to be up for adoption, but I have to tame him down first, so it'll probably be about 3 to 6 months before he's even ready. But once we get him, we'll update you guys and let you guys meet him. I will name him. Hopefully the owner that gets him from me keeps the name. But he'll be the next one in the rescue, and he'll be available for adoption whenever he's ready. But guys, thank you so much again. Stay tuned for the last video of the series, your proper feeding for your bearded dragon. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.